if our mind is focused on one thing, we often will see more of it around us. And think about this. And think, is your mind more focused on negative or positive emotions?
Unlock possibilities by changing your mindset. You will expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world. You're moving into a land of both blind spots and learning, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the mindset zone. Join your guide, Anna Melikian, founder of Solo Biz Academy, the director of education for Book Yourself Solid, and a PhD in psychology.
The show you are about to listen is backed by popular demand from the Mindset Zone archive vault. To get all new episodes, make sure you subscribe via your favorite podcast app and visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find the episode archive, show notes, and other amazing resources, including how to 4 times your success so you can work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your talents to make a bigger impact while enjoying the process. All at mindset.zone. Hi, Anna Melikian here, and I would like to ask you to take a minute to do this awareness exercise. Wherever you are, if it's safe, not if you are driving, you can do this later. But if you are in a place that is safe, just look around the room or around wherever you are and count how many red objects you see. Just scan the place where you are and count how many red objects you see. Do it now. You can pause the podcast if necessary. And now, when you have a number, you can write that number down or just keep it very present in your mind. And now that you know how many red objects you saw, do you have any idea how many blue objects were there? Yes, I'm asking you if you know how many blue objects were in this space that you just scanned with your eyes. If you are like most of us, you didn't notice the blue objects. So go ahead, prove it for yourself. Go look around one more time and count the blue objects around you. Just do it, just again. You can pause the podcast and look around and count the blue objects around you. Quite amazing. It's a psychological phenomena that and is very similar when we buy a new car, or we are thinking about buying a new car, and suddenly we are starting to be much more aware of a particular brand or color. Is where our attention is. If our mind is focused on one thing, we often will see more of it around us. And think about this. And think, is your mind more focused on negative or positive emotions? Yes, I'm asking you. And I'm asking you to ask yourself, is your mind more focused on negative or positive. As I mentioned in episode number 8, it's very difficult to ignore the negative. And you can listen to this episode by going to melikian.com/8 or just in your podcast app. Just go back afterwards to episode 8. But in a nutshell, we are wired in a certain way for negative to scream at us. It's like when we bite a really hot chili pepper, we feel it. Positive emotions, for the other hand, are more like eating a comfort food. We enjoy it, but we are not always fully aware of that positive feeling. It's there, but we are not fully aware of it. It's more difficult to focus in positive emotions. It's the way that our body is wired. Respond quickly to negativity, to negative emotions is very important for our survival as a species. And we have to train ourselves to counteract this tendency of being so easy to focus on the negative. How can we train ourselves to focus more on the positive? And we have to remember another, I refer this book of Sonia Lubomirsky. She has a book, The How of Happiness, from Sonia Lubomirsky. I referred this in last episode, episode number 9, the one that was The Power of Gratitude. I referred to her work. And I refer one of the things that she speaks in this book, that is where she explains that based in loads of research in psychology, we know that our well-being is determined by 50% a genetic set point, 10% life circumstances, and 40% intentional activities, what we think and what we do. And she even have, if you see the image of the cover of the book, is a pie, a big pie, and the big slice, that 40% is the intentional activities, what we think and what we do. And this is really essential to keep in mind. And if the pie helps you to keep that present in your mind, look to the cover, buy the book, or just go in the internet or in the show notes of today's episode that will be in anamelikian.com/11. You will see, and I will put an image there of the cover of the book just for you to visualize that pie and to write in your mind that scientific research shows that 40% of what determines our well-being has to do with our mindset, our mind habits of what we think and do daily. So, okay, we cannot do much about the genetical set point. Life circumstances, often we cannot do much about it. We have to go with the flow and do the best out of our circumstances. But that 40% intentional activities, we can do a lot. And that is what allows us to cultivate and to train ourselves to focus more on the positive. It really means that we can learn to see more positivity around us. And think about the positivity like this. Like if you are a painter and you have a palette of colors in front of you, it's not just positive. How is positive positivity felt or lived in so many different ways. If we focus on things that bring us joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, love, all these things is what brings positivity to our lives. So, activities that bring you joy, think about a couple of them. And when you are doing them, be more aware of how you make you feel. Gratitude, I just did the last episode about the power of gratitude. The episode number 9 was around the power of gratitude. Think about it. And one of the exercises that I propose there of every day during a week to focus in 3 to 5 things that we are grateful for, that gratitude journal, is a way of focusing on the positive. It's a way of training this by focusing that things that make us feel thankful for. But also things that make us feel serene, make us feel calm, or things that arouse our interest, that make us feel alive, that love to learn something new, or other things that make us feel hopeful. Oh my gosh, we can make a change. Or proud. Nothing wrong with feeling proud. Amusement. Why not to laugh, enjoy a good comedy, good friends, a good dinner. Read or do things that inspire us, that allow us to see bigger, to think bigger, to see, whoa, we can do something. And speaking about whoa, things that bring us that sense of, oh, whoa, amazement. There are studies in neuropsychology that show that amazement, that the learning something new that makes us go, whoa, creates new connections in our brain. Make us more alive, makes our brain grow, and help us to focus on positive. And of course, love. So important to cultivate relationships that bring us love and that allow us to express love. And even if you have a business, if you run your own business, you can make it in a way that allows you to love almost every minute of the work you do. So think about that. There are so many things that we can focus to cultivate the positivity. It's all around us. We have to focus on it, learn to see those beautiful colors and become more fully aware of it. And this reminds me of an old story adapted by the positive psychology researcher and author Barbara Fredrickson, another very important person in psychology nowadays that has amazing studies in positive psychology around all this, the positivity and the negativity. And she did this adaptation of an old story. And I'm going to read it, this adaptation. One evening, an old Cherokee told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside all people. He said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is negativity. It's anger, sadness, stress, contempt, disgust, fear, embarrassment, guilt, shame, hate. The other is positivity. It's joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amazement, inspiration, and love, above all, love. The grandson thought about all this for a minute, and then he asked his grandfather, which wolf wins? The old Cherokee repeat the question, which wolf wins? And then replies, the one you feed. Every day, every moment, we have to decide which wolf to feed, negativity or positivity. Remember, we have that power of making that decision where we are focusing our attention. And if we are focused on negativity, we know that is normal. But we can change it. We can become aware of it. Oops, here I go again. It's normal. Where can I change? Where can I change my focus of attention to something that is more positive? Takes time, but is possible. And think of the possibilities. You can see and read this story by going to the show notes of this episode. That is Melikian.com. Anna is only with one N, A-N-A. Melikian is MELIKIAN.com/11, the number 11. That is the number of this episode. And you will find the links. You will find this story there in black and white. And like always, I love to hear from you, to know how this podcast is impacting you. What are you learning from it? If you have questions, just go ahead. I'm just an email away. You have to email me at anna@annamelikian.com or phone me at 480-648-0656. Listen to the options in the menu. I think it's option number 2. Allow you to leave a message regarding this podcast. And if any of these things doesn't work, just go to the website, annamelikian.com. There is where always you find the more up-to-date information on how to contact me. I'm grateful that you are here. Have a wonderful life and keep making a difference. Thank you for listening. And remember to visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find all the episodes and other amazing resources, such as how to join the Mindset Zone community and how to 4 times your success so you can work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your talents to make a bigger impact while enjoying the process. All at mindset.zone. As always, I'm so grateful that you have crossed over into the mindset zone. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.